Well, those predictions seem to be taking shape as we see the NRM casting out their old guards. The National Executive Committee of the ruling National Resistance Movement this week approved and confirmed the appointment of the recently nominated party leaders after the party's constitution was amended in December. The meeting that took place at State House in Entebbe, chaired by the party chairman, President Yoweri Museveni, approved Kasule Lumumba as the Secretary General, Richard Todwong as the Deputy Secretary General, Rose Namayanja as Treasurer, and Dr. Kenneth Omona as her deputy. Makerere History Don Dr. Tanga Odoi was also approved as NRM Electoral Commission chairperson. Odoi will be deputized by former Bundibuja woman MP Jane Babiha Ali Semera and former Mbara Municipality MP John Chijaji. However, this happened right about the same time the Constitutional Court dismissed a case seeking to block the approval of the newly appointed NRM leaders following the amendment of the party constitution that gave the party chairman power to appoint office bearers. The petitioners, led by Benjamin Alipanga, said they are dissatisfied and intend to appeal against the ruling.
The ruling was delivered at about 3 p.m. by the Acting Deputy Chief Justice Stephen Kavuma, citing challenges which led to the postponement of the judgment from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. In his ruling, Justice Kavuma dismissed the case on grounds that the balance of convenience was in favor of the NRM, saying it will cause more damage to the party than an individual, Benjamin Alipanga, who is the complainant.
I am left with no doubt that the balance of convenience weighs in favor of the respondents. In the result, I find that the applicant has not persuaded me that he should be granted the orders he seeks from court. This application therefore fails and is hereby dismissed as against the respondents.
The petitioners' lawyers were dissatisfied with the ruling and immediately sought court to reverse the ruling or discharge the matter basing on Rule 55 of the Rules and Procedure of the Courts of Law, which was granted.
This case was wider. It was intended to stop the implementation of resolutions passed by the NRM at Nambole. And those resolutions, in our understanding, are not a one-time event. These are implemented continuously. So at any time, an injunction can be issued, and if anybody is in office unconstitutionally, they can always be stopped, even if they have entered the office.
The balance of convenience weighs that NRM would suffer more than what the applicant would suffer if they stopped if they granted the orders that were sought.
The petitioners are ready to appeal against the ruling, citing bias. Justice Kavuma has ordered for a quick handling of the main application in court, and the disgruntled lawyers are backing on this to save their party.
Your Lordship has just delivered can be reversed or discharged by the court. My Lord, I'm applying under Rule 55 of the rules of this court, which provide that a party can informally apply when the ruling is delivered.
The proceedings of court in the matter now before me shall be provided to counsel for the applicant.
The ruling also did not go well with a group of NRM members, and many survived arrest as they attempted to demonstrate outside court soon after the ruling was delivered.
You give us our money, then we go. We shall not give you. No. Apart from when you want us to do.
No, you give us our money, we go.
We want our money.
You come. For us, we are proceeding with mobilizing for Amama Mbabazi. And Amama Mbabazi will stand with Museveni in NRM. First of all, they are going to stand during primaries. And for us, we shall vote for the person whom we love. And there is no doubt that the majority of us in NRM love Amama Mbabazi. and it is the person we are going to vote for.
The struggle has just begun, but I want to encourage all Amama supporters that every weak situation now in their political mobilization gives them an opportunity to prepare for bigger battles.
A concerned NRM member, Benjamin Alipanga, sued the NRM and the new NRM appointed bosses, seeking for an interim injunction from court to block them from assuming their duties, as well as popularization of the sole candidature resolution. Stella Nabakoza, WBS TV, Kampala.
You're still watching This Week in Focus. There is still so much more to come of the stories trending this past week. Please do stay with us. Welcome back to This Week in Focus on WBS TV. Now, the hate-love scenario between Renegade General David Segisa and his Commander-in-Chief Yoweri Museveni appeared to be raising eyebrows as questions emerged on the fairness in applying military law on treason. Although the opposition called for clarity on the matter, those loyal to the regime insisted the president is pursuing peace and exhibiting his level of political tolerance.
I therefore want to use this time to sort out the actual facts.
It is a scenario that has turned out as disturbing to the average mind. The question of what exactly is happening between Renegade General David Segisa and his bush war comrade, President Yoweri Museveni.
I was hunted down on the streets of London by government agents. Seriously. And I had to be put under protection. These are issues that have to be resolved. Who was hunting me down? Before these issues are resolved, these are issues of security. It can't be business as usual.
When I learned that he wanted to come back, I sent 3 young people. 2 of them are here. Would you stand up, you people? The third one is not here. There were 3. I said, you can contact General Tinyefuza if he wants to come back, regardless of what happened. I will see how to ensure his safe entry and sort out all the confusion that had arisen around his staying in London and those events.
With the country yearning to know the truth as the two keep the cards close to their chest, speculation continues to stream in as individuals throw in their assessment of the situation.
The way he came back, we have not got a good explanation. And ever since he came back, till now, the activities surrounding his movements between where he is and State House, all are still creating a lot of mysteries.
Even Tinyefuza in London conspiring with some elements there would not have it easy to come back and be welcome here, as he has been welcomed. And this is what Museveni is doing. He has made a very big difference between himself and other previous leaders.
National Leadership Training Institute lecturer Kajabago Karusoke, a long-time supporter of the president, believes the action was for the sake of peace.
The president is being lenient. And this president we have is very flexible to see how the country can be run on the basis of peace. That's his intention.
The concern is whether the lukewarm action of the president will not be interpreted as being selective in applying the law and the likely impact on discipline within the army.
And then the second for the president, for example, tomorrow to charge Colonel Besigye with treason when he has handled a 4-star general with kid grabs.
When Tinyefuza says these things, when he's still in the army, and that's why he's now struggling to get out of the army, so that he talks more at large. And he says, why don't you release me? Because others were released, why not me? But those were released under different types of discipline. But his type of discipline is very different.
For a man who is believed to be inconsistent since the Bushwa days, one wonders whether it is time for the head of state to let go his comrade, whose passion appears to be active politics and not the military.
You can see that Tinyefuza is being accused of conspiracy. But if it were now Amin's days, Tinyefuza would just have been killed. You can see the difference now. Yeah? People who are talking bad of the movement are allowed to do that, but judged according to the way they are talking and what they are, and according to the level of intelligence.
For now, the military laws appeared waived in favor of the decorated general, with the law on treason as well not revoked, unlike the case of opposition figure retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye. Eyes are keen on the two parties as the country awaits the outcome of what some political commentators have described as a political soap opera. Sabit Joseph, David Television.